my baby girl. Hey everyone, this is Dan, Basic Camping with Dan, here with Scarlett. Scarlett's right here, and we're out for a little adventure today. We're heading to Alice Springs. It's part of the Ozark National Scenic River. Alright, so this is my little campsite. It's a little walk-in site. There's the road up there. A couple campers over there. Nobody over there. And so today I got Scarlett a new cot. It's the Tri-Lodge by Bayer, which is a Maine company. But I bought this because it's not a dog cot, but the problem with a dog cot in a tent is it takes up too much space. So I went ahead and just got her like a regular people cot. All right, baby girl. All right, now we got to get Scarlett's cot out. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Actually doing the unboxing. Don't do as I do. You should always check out your gear before you bring it, but sometimes I don't have time. But if all else fails, Scarlett can use my cot and I'll just sleep on the floor, so it's not a deal breaker. Which I actually have used this cot before, so that's why I got it. It's really easy to put together. It's basically a folding cot, which makes it so much easier than having a bunch of pieces. And just like that, we have a nice cot. And I have just like a little yoga mat, just an old one, just to kind of keep the cot from getting all scratched up and dirty. Also adds a little pad to it. Scarlett, come here, girl. Right here. Oh, there you go. Lay down. Lay down. There you go. Down. Good girl. What do you think? You got a nice new cot? She likes it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to find a spot to put my tent. One thing I always recommend is kind of look at the lay of the land, and you can see that that's a low spot there. You wouldn't want to put your tent in this little ravine here. So I reckon, like, so right here seems like it's a decent spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up right here. It's not perfectly level, but it's gonna be good enough for us. Alright, so we got the tent up, and my camping setup is going to be super easy today. Got a cot and a little closed cell foam pad and a 30-degree sleeping bag. Gonna take it really easy today. Just it's warming up out, and so I don't need to carry as much gear as I was, which is really nice. And then I'm just going to use this closed foam pad. Let's go ahead and throw that over here. And besides grabbing a pillow, this is going to be my setup for tonight. So gonna have a nice frosty one, nice delicious hams, and yeah, so I'm gonna chill out for a minute. And so for lunch, it's about 2 o'clock, so late lunch. I already cooked some bratwurst. Alrighty, so I got some delicious brats. These are really good pineapple brats. What I did was I smoked them for 12 hours, and they're so tender that you don't even need to heat them up. So Scarlett wants a little bite. But that's what we're gonna have for lunch. Scarlett's gonna have a little bit too, just a little bit. I don't want her to get sick, but and these brats are so good that you don't even need condiments. I mean, you could add some mustard or a little bit of Dijon or something, but personally, I think they taste just fine without. So, cheers. You can really taste that pineapple. It's so good. It's like melts in your mouth even if it's cold. So that's delicious. And on top of that, I got some spicy pork rinds. You're not getting any of those, Scarlett. But it's so good. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take a little walk down to the current river. It's about, I'd say about an 1/8 of a mile, but we're going to find a good little beach area, hopefully, and go ahead and try to set up and kind of enjoy some of this water. So yeah, basically we're just kind of on a little sand path. I could drive it, but I always like to walk it because you never know what you're going to find when you hoof it, especially in kind of more rugged areas like this. Right over here is the current river. It's a good sized river. I'll walk up here and we'll get a better shot of it. So yeah, we got a little beach area down here. We're gonna go check this out. Whoa, take her easy, Scarlett. Oh. Yeah, would you look at how pristine? It gets pretty deep pretty quickly. That is cold. I'd say this water is every bit of ready to head in town. We cooled off down at the current river, and now we're heading to Eminence, Missouri to get some ice cream. So right, so we went to the Dairy Shack, got some Reese's shake and some jalapeno poppers. They were so good. If you're ever in Eminence, I highly recommend checking them out. And so yeah, now we're just gonna hang out a little bit, cool off, and think about what we're gonna have for dinner. I'm gonna make a nice roast beef sandwich. So that's what's on the agenda tonight. Gonna get started here in a few minutes, but it's starting to cool off a little bit finally. It was pretty hot, but now it's cooling off. Scott, you won't give me that stick? You won't give me that stick? Give me that stick. Alright, so it's getting close to dinner time, so I have a really simple yet hearty meal that I'm going to make. It's I went ahead and I got this frozen garlic bread. I pre-made it, and I have some roast beef that I cooked in my slow cooker, and I'm going to make roast beef sandwiches, and I'm going to bake it in my oven for about 25 to 30 minutes on kind of like a medium temperature. I would say about like 300 degrees, and then it's all going to melt together. It also includes kind of a cheddar jack mix, and yeah, it's going to be really good. It's one of my favorite recipes, just because it has really tender pot roast, and then also cheese, and then some really good garlic bread. Alright, so while the oven is getting nice and warm, nice and preheated, we're going to go ahead and slice our bread and get the sub ready. Since this is a huge loaf, I'm only going to use half of it. That. And then I'm going to get some aluminum foil. And we're going to set this on the aluminum foil over here. And this I'm going to save for another time, or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, but go ahead and tie that so it stays fresh. And the key to here is we're going to wrap it several times with foil, which is going to prevent it from burning. So first thing is we're going to open up our sandwich. And then we got, this is a pepper jack, but I also mixed with sharp cheddar. And then we are going to just coat it with cheese. Then here's the roast beef right here. We got the roast beef, and then I got a fork, so I'm going to go ahead and just layer it up. And then I'm going to add cheese on top, which is going to kind of glue the sandwich together, just like that. Fully around, we're going to use several sheets of foil. And if you have heavy duty foil, you might only need 2 sheets or maybe 1, but I'm not using heavy duty foil, so I'm going to wrap it 3 times just for good measure. And then we're just going to put the sub, we're going to put it right on the rack right there. And I'd say about 25 to 30 minutes depending on the temperature. And if it seems like you're getting a little hot or it's starting to smoke, go ahead and turn it down a little bit. But just make like the lower is better than higher when it comes to baking sandwiches. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take the sub out. Super hot. Alrighty, so got the sub. I want to sanitize real quick before I start eating. Alrighty, so go ahead and open it up. Try to find an opening flap. Alright, down to the last. Oh, look at that. Look at how cheesy that is. That is cheesy. Alrighty. That is so good. That is amazing. So good. So much, like I put a lot of onions in my roast beef, but the only thing this is missing is green pepper. But other than that, it is delicious. Alright, so I just got a little bit of junk wood to burn. Not much, but it'll get a little fire, maybe a little smoke. But definitely not going to last too long. Yeah, this is just some junk wood, so it took a while to get started, but yeah, it's just, it is what it is. So before I get relaxing a little bit more in my tent, I'm gonna go ahead and pre-make my breakfast. This is oatmeal, hemp seed, and bulgur wheat. And what I am going to do is gonna make kind of a cereal with it. But first I'm gonna soak this overnight with some milk, and then I got some granola and some walnuts, and it's gonna be a pretty good breakfast. So first thing, I'm gonna shake my milk. This is s'mores milk from Shamrock Farms. I picked this up at Dollar General. Try her out. This is s'mores milk. I can taste the s'mores. Pretty good. So go ahead and bring that camera down a little bit. I'm gonna bring the camera. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the milk. Kind of stir it up a little bit. So yeah, go ahead and just make sure that everything is coated, and almost look like a stew. So just like that. And so we're gonna go ahead and I guess I'll add a little bit more. I'm gonna finish it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in my cooler overnight. I'm gonna roll it up real good, and then we'll come back to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just relax for the rest of the evening. It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock. About 70 something degrees. Really humid though. And so yeah, we'll catch you in the morning. Hey, good morning everybody. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning here with Scarlett, and yeah, last night we slept okay. My back started hurting for some reason, just because I didn't use an inflatable mattress. But yeah, so we did get a couple good hours of sleep. Scarlett got more than I did, of course, but yeah, so we're gonna get up. I got some overnight oats that we're gonna have for breakfast, and then we're going to do some more exploring down here. There's a really neat historic mill down here that was restored. So we're going to check that out, and maybe do a little bit more hiking, and head on out. So yeah, let's get the day started. So this morning I'm having Taster's Choice, which is $1 at the dollar store, and I'm gonna drink this. Ooh, that smells strong. So this morning we're having a super easy breakfast. We got some overnight oats. They've been in my cooler all night, and then I'm gonna mix protein granola, walnut pieces, and then if I didn't get enough sugar, I got some honey buns. Go ahead and pour the granola in. You could put a little bit more in. And then we're going to add the walnuts. Bring this. Walnuts, it's going to give us a lot of good protein. Kind of roll it down a little bit. And you got a nice little bowl right there. Pretty much all for your breakfast. It's amazing. Now that I've eaten breakfast, I just kind of moseyed around the campsite. I'm gonna get my tent, everything packed up, so when I do additional exploring today, I don't have to worry about doing this later. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my tent down, get everything packed up, and then I'll be ready to kind of hang out for the day. Hey everybody, we're all packed up. We're gonna head to Alice Springs, the mill area. I want to thank you for tuning into this episode of Basic Camping with Dan on YouTube. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, it was a really good adventure down at Alice Springs in Eminence, Missouri.